In this tutorial, we'll be learning about viewing and zooming in the Edit window, and also how to store and recall zoom presets, which are a handy and time-saving feature. Let's close the region list to give us a little more room. You can adjust the height of your tracks manually by dragging them up and down. If you click this ruler, you'll open a track height selector. You can choose a number of view options, from micro up to fit to window. Extreme is even larger. This is great for detail editing. Let's go back to medium. If you want to change the height of more than one track at a time, select the tracks with the grabber. Now hold down the Shift and Alt key in Windows, or the Shift and Option key in Mac, and make your selection from the track height selector. You can also change all of the tracks in your session at one time. You do this by holding down the Option key in Mac or the Alt key in Windows when you click on the track height selector. Alt or Option clicking on a command will apply that command to all tracks for many commands in Pro Tools. This is a useful shortcut for you to remember. Just another reminder that you should keep the list of Pro Tools keyboard shortcuts handy, not only if you're new to Pro Tools, but also if you're an experienced user. We click outside of our selection to deselect. Now let's talk about zooming. Here are the zoom tools. Click the zoom tool to activate it, and then click your track to zoom in. To zoom out, simply hold down the Alt key on your Windows system or the Option key on your Macintosh and click the track again. If you click and drag on a selection, when you let go of your mouse, your selection will fill up the width of your screen. When I zoom in, the magnifying glass has a plus sign on it. When I zoom out, it shows a minus sign. We've just been covering the normal zoom mode. The zooming principles in single mode zoom are the same, with an important difference. Click on the arrow to open up the pop-up selector. In single zoom mode, the zoomer is deselected after one zoom, and you return to whatever tool you were using before. Single zoom is a pretty nifty mode because you'll spend a lot of time zooming in and out of your tracks while you're editing. This mode can save you a lot of time. F5 is your keyboard shortcut key to select the zoom tool and also to toggle between normal and single zoom. You'll find that the speed and convenience of your work are really impacted by how many mouse movements you have to make. For this reason, Pro Tools has given us some additional zoom controls to cut down on mouse clicking. On the left here is horizontal zoom out. On the right is the counterpart, horizontal zoom in. These tools let you zoom in and out without having to click on a track. The zoom will occur according to the increments on your grid. Next is the vertical zoom button for audio tracks. Click on the up arrow to get a larger graphic representation, and on the down arrow to shrink it. Same feature for MIDI tracks here. It lets you see your notes view MIDI keyboard display up close. These are called the vertical zoom tools because they affect the display of audio waveforms or the vertical axis on your MIDI tracks. These numbers below the zoom tools are your zoom presets. Just click the number to use the preset. If you want to set a new preset, you would simply zoom in or out to your desired setting. And then in Windows, you'd Control-click on the number or Command-click on your Macintosh. Using these presets can save you a lot of time, so it's pretty useful to get to know these features. There are also some handy keyboard shortcuts. Command in Mac and Control in Windows with the square bracket keys zoom you in and out horizontally. The right bracket takes you back out. To zoom in vertically, hold down Command and Option on your Mac or Control-Alt in Windows with the square bracket keys. You use Command or Control plus Shift with the square brackets for MIDI tracks. You can zoom in horizontally and vertically by holding down the Command or Control key while you highlight an area with the zoomer tool. If you double-click the zoom tool, you'll zoom completely out so that your whole session fits in the window. If you Option or Alt-click the Zoomer tool, whatever portion of your track you've currently selected will fill your window. You can also store zoom settings in memory locations, which we're going to learn about in another video tutorial. And this concludes our tutorial on viewing and zooming.